said, mind you, I saw him I ain't see him, but he cussed his mama out, and she came and called and told me. So now I think you are a domestic person, because if y'all hear some of the stuff that this man's saying about me right now, you can tell that he's verbally abusive to a woman, which is going to help me if he keeps those videos up. But he's very brutal to a woman. So you can be domestic and verbally abusive with your mouth, let alone your hands. But domestic violence means that you put your hands on someone. So C-Dub don't like that I told the truth, and he kept lying on the internet. He don't like that I said, please don't talk about Cat, because Cat is personal to me. And so if I ask you don't talk about someone, I'm trying to help you raise your page. I'm trying to help you get views. I'm trying to help you do anything that you asked me to do. They were sitting on the road one day after C-Dub got busted and couldn't pass that drug test. Him and his girlfriend was in the car. I sent them some money for some food. I can send him the cash app. Altogether about $75, but I sent it to you. Your mammy came to me and she didn't give me shit. You came to me and you didn't offer me shit. And we sat up here and got you back to the point that he was monetized, but because he talked too much, he lost his page. So really everything that I'm telling you guys right now, I'm doing it because I owe Storm an apology. I owe you guys an apology because I didn't know who Lynetta Kane or C-Dub was. All I know is that she was saying that Willie Norwood is the pappy of that their baby, and we finna put a hole in that shit in just a minute. So at the end of this, what I wanted people to know is believe half of what you hear and none of what you see. I came in this for good intentions. Lynetta Kane, she came in this in for malicious intent to go after Willie because she was mad that he left her 48 years ago without a pot to piss in and a woman thought and she say that that's Willie Norwood's child. But now we're going to show you something that's going to kind of challenge that. So you tell, when I said, Storm, about him talking about Cat, I said, don't talk about Geneva, don't talk about Storm. What happened when Tasha K asked you that time? Look, Storm, I'm cool with Alicia. I'm cool with Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys. Swiss Beats' mama was Tasha K's doula. I didn't realize it. I had actually been to Swiss Beats' mama's house like 3 times. I didn't know whose house it was. It was nice, but I had been there 3 times. So nonetheless, she called me and she said, look, you know, you can talk about anybody else's, please don't talk about them. I'm asking you. And I respected that because there's a million things I can talk about. So if I care about you and you care about these people, and you know what, honestly, I've been over these people's house and it was nothing but good to me. They wasn't nothing shady. So you know what? I'm just not going to talk about them and just not going to report on them. For all that you did for C-Dub, why couldn't he show you that same respect? I never asked him for anything. I didn't care if he get over. That was the one thing I asked C-Dub. Don't talk about you, don't talk about Geneva, and don't talk about Cat Williams. That was a wrap. He kept getting on his platform saying, I can say what I want to say. I'm a grown man. So he's literally disrespecting me in my face. So it doesn't matter, Lynetta, what book you come out with right now, because they're looking at your son as a brutal person. He verbally abuses women. He's online trying to victim shame me because I told the truth Friday on my live. I shut the live down because Lily Coley asked me to, because she said C-Dub appeared like he was going to have a breakdown. Wow. So about a couple of months ago, I'm going after Steve Harvey. He acting like he want to deal with me and help me with Steve Harvey, bring Steve Harvey down. Pretty much Steve Harvey brought his own self down. But what I noticed, he called me talking like he was scared. I said, C-Dub, if you scared, baby, you've been doing this for 5 months. Did someone pay you off or are you triggered? I said, because now you talking about you scared and you've been talking for 5 months. 2 days later, he was on his truck, count $4,000 out. This ain't the pro channel over here. So I'm thinking, did this dude get paid now to try to put me up under the bus? Because he also kept asking me to give him documents about Steve Harvey because he was going to do a movie. I did give C-Dub some videos. The videos contain horrific things about me that Steve Harvey was bullying me. Is Steve Harvey's face in it? Is Steve Harvey talking like he's him? but it's just bad because it's things that me and Steve Harvey had went to. But he better not try to use it. So I think C-Dub would have took that and try to use it against Steve Harvey and try to do something or make a movie. He said he was going to make a movie. He would have tried to sell it on the back end because I gave him all the evidence to tell on Steve Harvey. He thought that I was going to give Steve Harvey his paperwork. I'm not that stupid. This dude don't know nothing about law. So why would I get C-Dub anything pertaining to Steve Harvey?
You know, and I'm gonna pull up the paperwork here in a second, but I wanna wrap it up by saying this. First off, I appreciate your apology, but you really don't owe me one. I'm not tripping off that. I interview people all the time, and they turn around and drag me and feel.
I don't like that though. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It come with the game, and you know why he was so worried about my numbers and my money, and well, what money he think I got. Well, my numbers. Let me show y'all something. And y'all know I don't show y'all my business, but let's really talk so we can know. All right.
Jack's still in there because I would love to tell her I just love her as a human being.
Absolutely.
Quiet. Go ahead.
That video I did with C-Dub was 4 months ago. That's all the money I've made off of that in 4 months.
I didn't make that. I think my shit was zero because I really ain't started really monetizing. So what was that really? And you were trying to get your daddy back. He was trying to get his daddy back, he told us. So what was it about money? And the first time C-Dub called me and we were talking, he didn't want to do it in the beginning. I ain't gonna lie, I talked him into it because I believe Lynetta. He was always talking about money and views and that all that shit. It was never really about Willie Norwood. It was almost like it was Lynetta. Because C-Dub's not writing the book. Lynetta is writing the book. But now, I don't know if you want to tell them we found our storm before we bring Jack up. But Jack will come up here with us with the celebration. Just hold 1 minute, Jack. I don't know how we're going to break this news to everybody. What we doing?
I'm finna pull it right up. We went back and we had to take another look at that DNA test. Do y'all remember? All right? The DNA test that C-Dub and his alleged first cousin took back in 2010, December 20th, 2010, all right? Allegedly, C-Dub and his mom went to Willie's brother, and then Willie's brother's son, which would be C-Dub's first cousin, technically.
Right.
They did a DNA test, all right? And y'all, as y'all see, all they call them alleles, all the DNA numbers match. So this document, quote unquote, proves that they are related. We know that much at least. But if you guys really look, the numbers on C-Dub's side and the numbers on the alleged cousin side match exactly to the T.
Okay. So that means that whoever C-Dub tested with, they would have to be his Siamese twin. That means that whoever C-Dub tested with, and we got a lady in the box, Miss K. Smith. Miss K. Smith is a DNA analyst, and she even looked at the test because I sent it to her. But so I got a phone call this morning, and someone said, Essie, how do you really know that's Willie Norwood's child? If Lynetta was bold enough to go, no, C-Dub, why did he go to the uncle? Why did he go to the cousin? He could have well as went to Willie Norwood's brother, but he didn't. So guess what, you guys, we found out today? That's not a legitimate DNA test. It's not even valid. Because he would have to go to an uncle, an auntie, a grandmother, someone who was connected to Willie. Miss K said that's illegal for them to do a cousin. But what it showed is they have a lineage to this man, but it's not saying that it's Willie Norwood's son. It's not showing accurate percentages because it would have had a percentage at the bottom to say how much Willie Norwood is connected to C-Dub. It only could show that they were biological, some kind of way family, but it could have been a brother. It could have been someone else. Why did C-Dub feel so comfortable to go to the cousin but not the uncle, his dad's brother? And why did Lynetta feel like that now? They're trying to discourage and discriminate and talk stupid about me on the internet to sit up here and make me look some kind of way because they knew this shit was faulty and it was not a biological DNA. They got to go get Willie or they got to go get his brother or auntie. And I taped the call from the man today. Storm heard it for himself. And matter of fact, because I wasn't sure, I called back a second time and taped it. So by right, she can say that Willie's her baby pappy, but really, he's connected to the Norwoods, but it's not saying Willie is the pappy. It could be a cousin, it could be a brother, it could be the grandpappy, it could be anybody at this point. So they got to get Willie to take the test, or that shit's not valid.
It's not valid. It's not valid at all. Now, hold on one sec. One sec. Because that person that called you,
I can call her right now.
What was their theory? Tell me what was the theory they told you?
There is no theory. She said the test is fake. She said it's illegal to do a cousin. She said that Willie Norwood brother or sister would have had to give C-Dub to take it that way. And once they take it, it would have been a percentage. So let me show you how. I found out my brother was my brother and I was playing with him outside. We waited about 5 years ago. We took the DNA. When we took the DNA, me and my brother, we were 97.3%. He said, that's a hell of a thing. He said, you are connected 100% for sure. The page that C-Dub just got after those numbers, it would have been something saying the percentage at the bottom, right up under those numbers. There's no percentage because they can't find a percentage because the percentage would come from the lineage of an uncle or auntie. With a cousin, it don't tell the percentage. It's just saying you related to them. So those two boys right now with those same numbers, they said there's something faulty about that unless they went just with the Y chromosome. But they're not intelligent enough to say, yo, give me a Y chromosome. But even if they say, give me a Y chromosome DNA, it doesn't mean that Willie's the pappy of C-Dub. It means that they're related some kind of way through the Norwood family. So how do we know now Willie was upset because Lynetta did some shiesty stuff and messed with some relative? So unless Willie take the test right now and Lynetta go forward with that book, they can sue her right now. Let's do this. Y'all asked for this. I was cool. I wasn't going to do any research. But after I got that phone call this morning saying, why did Lynetta's son feel comfortable to go to Willie's brother instead of asking Willie's brother? That was a big issue. Miss K told me that, and the guy on the phone, he said it's impossible. You cannot point out saying Willie Norwood is the pappy at all.
Hold on, we got the call.
What?
And we do a test to see if these two people are.
There's 14. So if all their numbers are exactly the same, what does that mean?
But they should never all be exact.
Oh, it sounds low.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Okay, it sounds too low. Okay, but nonetheless, the numbers shouldn't match exactly like that.
They would be Siamese twins if they match. Every number on his DNA test is exactly the same with dude. So they said if both of the numbers were the same, they would have to be twins, or they would have to came from the same father, which would have been Willie Norwood brother.
So what if C-Dub is not Willie's child, he's Willie's brother's child? What if?
And you guys, I'm going to have a recap with the lady. I'm going to let her call in and explain DNA. She said that DNA is not accurate because it should have had the percentage at the bottom. That just shows that they're related, but that don't say that Willie's the daddy. I know a man right now, he married a woman, and she got his kids' and that's his first cousin.